Alright, what's up, guys? FYI, I may be getting what my kid has had over the past couple of days, so I may not be here the rest of the week. And it doesn't matter because today I think is Friday. Yeah, it is Friday, so we'll see what happens. What do we got here? NASDAQ down about 1%, 0.85% in the morning. Let's look at some pre-market movers. Also, I'm probably going to have to pause throughout the program, at least during the first half hour here. My son needs some help with some homework in the morning, so I forgot about it last night. Told him to do it in the morning. All right, what do we got? Finzar Corporation. Revlon's up 13%. Dropbox is up 10%. Let's take a look. All right, looks like a few people watching now. I think I was talking to myself earlier. So maybe getting sick, same thing my kids got, so I may not be here. We'll see about Monday, Tuesday. We'll find out. I'll go ahead and send a community text out over YouTube. And what should be an alert for you guys, we'll have to see how that goes. Unless I feel that bad, but I should be able to. Taking a look at pre-market movers, some pretty good ones moving today. Yelp down 31%. Oh my goodness. So we got AWX, which is Avalon Holdings, whatever that is, PDEX. Up to 1150. So gapping up to there. Not bad. PDEX. Finazar, an oldie but goodie. Looking okay. Not looking like it's leading these days. Did break a long-term downtrend, though, on the weekly chart. That's not even a good trend line. And then we've got Zyop. Wow, looks like it's been in a very long downtrend. Good morning, Spiro. Very long downtrend right there. Looks like it's at 285, which would not quite clear it from that trend line. Hertz Rent-A-Car up 14%. Hertz and Car we've been looking at for a little bit to try to make some moves, and they've been stuck in this channel and just haven't been able to make it out. I guess that would be the channel right there. You can see the higher low on the right side of the chart. That could be good. It's 1868. Still not quite out of the trend line, although it could try to go. We don't see any elevated volume though. Don't have a lot of hope for that one. Party. Ooh, that looks bad. NIHG. NIHG looks like early breakout from a cup with handle, something with negative earnings. It's up pretty good today though, up to 850. Up there to 850. REV is Revlon. Doesn't look very great. CELH. Interesting here. I like the longer term downtrend. I don't know if it's going to be enough to pull it out of it though. Let's find out. It's at around CELH. 450. So it's up there to 450. That kind of, I guess that's a legitimate trend line. So 450 at this stage would barely poke it out of the trend line in CELH. I don't know much about what that is. Let's go look on some IBD, CELH. $20 composite rating, 14 relative strength rating, not very good. Develops calorie burning fitness beverages. Okay, yeah, that's not going to go very far. Okay, let's keep going. BDSI. Whoa, big down move. Not interested in that. DBX is Dropbox. Looks like they opened, well, IPO'd with a big downtrend. All right, so DBX here, Dropbox, gapping up 10% to 27.50, 27.23. What up, Eli? So just gapping up a little bit, nothing life changing there. Arna doesn't look that good. MXC, GFA, and FSCT, nothing intriguing there. What is intriguing is Yelp is down 31% to 29, gapping way down here. Yelp is down huge. Again, another reason why you do not buy right before earnings. APEN is down 30%. Of course, it looks like it's been down. NBEV down 21% to 369. So right about there, give or take. Gapping down to this recent low. I'm not sure if it'll be supportive or not. I'm not going to jump on it though. SNPMP, UEPS, been in a downtrend for a long time. NTRA, ACRX. PBPB, ATVI, SWIR. Sierra Wireless was a leader back in the day. Looks like not so much today. Gapping down here. Garmin, Eli, absolutely. Thanks for a suggestion. No, I don't think so. We can do some fib analysis here, but I doubt it. So let's figure this out. Where's the Fibonacci? There we go. Okay. So there's your 50% line there. I guess that's your 50% line. I guess in theory it could be valid. So we're looking for the middle of the handle, which would be this 50% line, to be above the middle of the cup, which is this 50% line. So I guess, yeah, in theory it is valid. Good volume on the right-hand side, though. It's probably not quite enough time. Well, he's got to do his book report. Okay. James, come out. If you can be quiet. Let's see if enough time has passed for a cup with handle. Cup and handle should be minimum 7 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're in week 6 right now. And usually in a cup with handle, you look at the weekly chart for the first down week. is a typical way to try to find that. But great volume off the lows here on Garmin. A break above that 50-day would be good, which would also get us over that recent high there. So Garmin could be interesting. Let's go see what IBD has to say about the markets. Nothing crazy in the pre-market movers. Pre-market trading points to week opening. These two Apple suppliers merge. Interesting. Ubiquiti Network tops earnings and revenue expectations. You know what? I was looking at UBNT last night, and very good stock chart. No major pullback here. And they're beating earnings. So, Very small article. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines. That's funny. Okay, yeah. Let's see what UBNT is doing aftermarket. Gapping up to 100. UBNT up to 100 on this earnings report. 1825, a little deep for a flat base. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 would qualify as a flat base. Like I said, a little deep though. We just went through a correction, so I think that is passable. So if you're intrigued, UBNT over 101.43 here. You give it 10 cents. Would be a buy. Would be a buy after good earnings technically. Starbucks and McDonald's. Yeah, Starbucks did have a good reaction. A really good reaction. Actually, did we notice this when it broke out? No, that was yesterday. We did not notice that. Yeah, Starbucks did not break out there. Or we did not watch. Oh, that's a weekly. Yeah, I think we did watch Starbucks break out a little bit. Yeah. What do you mean different places? Yeah. Tracking the world's money. How everyone spends it and how other people are viewing it. Keep going. Oh, hold on. Focus, too good. Yeah, Starbucks off to the races there. Looks like already gone out of that long base right there. Starbucks moved before the follow-through day. Dang it, that's one of my setups. I think I was happy about that too at the end of one of the episodes. It gapped up, never looked back. No, it won't fill that gap for a long time. CDNS. Okay, and yeah, interesting formation here. There's no kind of major flat level. 47.50 would be your buy point over this. This would be considered a cup with handle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 week. There's your handle, so your high would be here. And DocuBuy's already gapped up, Eli. They had earnings this morning. Oh, it's Dropbox. I'm sorry. My bad. Yeah, Docu's after earnings. DocuSign curling up. A couple of pocket pivots right there. 1, 2 pocket pivots. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 2 pocket pivots on on DocuSign right there. That could bode well. And you got a 50% move back into all-time highs, so that could be well, let's see about that. So earnings came out the other day and they haven't really been accumulating it since, unfortunately. Kind of hard to see if it's turning the tide or not. Yeah, KO. Definitely looking a little toppy. Right there with the trend line in place. It's like it's kind of been living within a channel. So yeah, it could be. I don't know if I would short it up here. The market just moved into an uptrend. But yeah, it definitely is coming to a place where it's paused in the past. So yeah, it looks a little toppy. All right, you also mentioned a couple others. Mickey D's. Oh yeah, Mickey D's coming out of a base right there too. Only up about 3%, still within a buy range. I'm not sure if it's a leading stock there. Yeah, I can feel the sickness. I'm getting sick. Figures. All right, 3 minutes till the market open. How's our MJ stocks doing these days? I use the ETF as a proxy. Retracement day yesterday, volume is about half of the previous day's volume, so under half. That could be viewed as a good little pause day. Maybe time to maybe get a little bit of the MJ stocks as we ride lower here. So we get Cron, Tilroy, similar situation, pulled in quite a bit. Those are looking good. Let's look at some Amazon. We have these lines here for a double bottom. Not that we'll do that, but someone was asking about a double bottom. A doji day yesterday on Amazon. Like literally a doji day. That you guys want to learn about doji days? That is a doji day. I guess it didn't quite close exactly, but the open and the close are within 8 cents of each other. That's on a $1,700 stock. That's pretty doji to me. And right in the middle of the range. So that's an indecision day. Usually will indicate a change in momentum. In this case, it would indicate a potential move lower. My dad's coming to town to visit too. And I'm just getting sick. Oh, God, I love it. Oh. All right, go back to IBD. Let's look at some movers from yesterday. We got CYBR, CyberArk yesterday. Broke out from this very long-term pattern at the same time. Actually pulled back quite significantly. Had a few really good days of rising volume right there. It was still up like a bunch yesterday. 8.5%. Oh, thanks, Nighthawk. Yeah, I don't know about that. My 4-year-old's still a little sick too, so I can't really fully rest. And then NQ here today. So I think the goal with these indexes, the market opens here probably by the time you hear me say this. The goal with these indexes is to hopefully not have any major distribution days. Also, keeping the bottom of the follow-through day would be major. And, preferably... preferably not have a major down-day period. All right, let's go through the tops here. We got, we talked about Dropbox and the gappy. Hertz gapping up 15%, right to the trend line. Hard to buy right at the open, especially after a 16% gap. Especially on a stock like Hertz, which has been filled many, many times. It's had similar gaps and it's been filled quite a bit. So see how that plays out. Again, 8% on Dropbox. CDNA just gapped into all-time highs. Oh, what the heck? Although it looks like it's, what's the base there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. 29%. A little deep for a flat base. It wouldn't qualify as a cup with handle. It would, I guess, just ultimately be a pause. Still not positive in terms of earnings, so we'll see how that plays out. Air Lease. Ubiquity, we just talked about them. Looks like they're already, opened here, went higher, already dropped in the first minute right there. So a little bit of volatility there. See if it's a gap and go situation. I don't know if you want to catch it if it drops, but it looks like earnings were good. I didn't realize they paid a dividend. CPBX is Continental something or other. Can't quite read it there. Car also kind of moving up. TZA, which is the 3 times short Russell, up here. Looks like the small caps taking it on the chin. Quad U having a nice little consolidation here. Not quite sure if it's going to break out or not, but there's a little mini triangle right there on Quad U that's been forming over the week. So we'll see what breaks out today, see what breaks out Monday. Win after earnings there a couple days ago. Oh, looks like earnings are today. Yeah, I'm doing the same thing, Eli. That marijuana thing is such a strong trend. Looks like it's gapping down a little bit today, but it's such a strong trend. I mean, from every sense, earnings are. It's a wide margin product, fledgling industry, booming growth. Really everything. Hold on, guys. All right. All right, so Quad U there, we just talked about them and their little triangle they've been stuck in. We got new, or forming, not really stuck in. There's Quad U again. INSG, which is a new one, I believe. I think this is new. New to us, at least. Yeah, let's say curling around there after earnings. Not positive yet, though, in terms of profitability. What's down a bunch today? MJ stock, MGNFF, which is an over-the-counter. Looks like gapping down quite a bit here. Funko was looking really good. Did have earnings, which is, again, why you don't buy. Gap down, moved higher. Looks like it's moving higher. James, hey, you can't do that while I'm streaming, buddy. What was it here? 27 actual. Not quite sure what estimates were, but it looks like it came down to a prior low point. So far, it's bouncing on Funko. I have to see if that's going to maintain or not. You good, James? Momo, Lope, Take-Two Interactive. Oh, bad day today on Take-Two Interactive. There's GMed. Looks like earnings gapping down. So they beat earnings, 364 estimated, 39 actual. They gapped a little bit lower. GMed just coming out of a couple of big uptrends right there, not really undercutting any bases, so still looks like it's within its rally. So we've got... Hold on. All right, guys. Yeah, so GMed right there leading us on the downside list, down 5%, but not undercutting any levels so far. Bouncing so far, and also really close to that, really close to these highs up here. So that could be interesting moving forward. Looks like the Nasdaq down about 1% so far today. Volume's already fairly elevated on the NQ. And one weekly on the Qs right there. So there's the Qs. Volume here 2.4. Yesterday was 40. We'll see how that goes. Down 1%. Hopefully it'll pause here and we won't have a 1% being a big round number psychologically for a lot of people is pretty important. Tilroy Nettie's down. So Nettie's poked down after we noted this long trend yesterday. Maybe it was the day before, but yeah, a couple days ago, poked higher. Looks like it's rolling over lower. Earnings are coming up. Again, I wouldn't play with it before earnings in this market environment, or ever. Square down 4%. Where's Square? There's Square. So Square down on earnings yesterday. Looks like continuing a downside move today. So again, we'll see if we get a. So we had a follow through. It doesn't mean that we go, straight up from here. Like I said, we can. Definitely go sideways for a while. What were you doing? Oh. It's like 1.2 down on the NASDAQ. Rolling over a little bit there. Apple down almost 2%. Amazon down 2%. So kind of makes sense right there. There's that doji day on Amazon. Yesterday would have been a great day to sell some weekly calls on Amazon. One and a quarter percent. All right, let's see what's still up. Hertz is still up 18%. So far maintaining the gappy gap.
Wait, can you check borrows?
Yeah. I saw Dropbox looks like selling off a little bit. CDNA selling off a little bit. Air Lease selling off quite a bit right there. TZA getting a little bit of traction today. Not a ton though. Still 1.2. Yeah, SQ had earnings and it was apparently bad or something, so they fell. Eli. They fell right there. I'll see Fizz up here. I haven't seen Fizz in a minute. So look at some of these guys. Keep going here. Pergo Restoration Hardware. Toll Brothers. You done? We got 5 still maintaining super high levels. Curling back up here. A few pocket pivots here recently too. Pocket pivot, pocket pivot, pocket pivot. All 3 of those days. Yesterday being one of them. So those are decent signs. Chart pattern's not my favorite, but could be trying to roll out of a low there. Fizz maybe trying to come back after after a big swing here, down and up. So kind of a double top situation on the weekly there. Now we have kind of an inverted head and shoulders, don't we? And I say kind of because it would give us a very strange neckline. So probably not super valid. If you go to the daily, definitely some accumulation. See how the bar closed halfway up right there. Definitely some accumulation. A little bit more there too, I'm assuming. And then kind of a run off the past 6 or 7 days. Today being day 7. So yeah, break of this high right here at 103.37 would probably put the swing everything back into the Bulls' court. Looks like we're barely breaking that, so that structure could be good. In Fizz, unfortunately, earnings coming up. Looks like a month. So we'll see how that plays out. Let's see if there's a bigger thing happening on the weekly here. I'm not sure if it's a much bigger thing there, but now down 1.3%. Hopefully we'll rebound out of this. That would be ideal at some point throughout the day today. So there's Save, which is Spirit Airlines. Darn it. So there's kind of the recent trend line that we've been forming here on the NASDAQ. Looks like we're poised to kind of at least poke through it today. We'll have to see. Looks like that's a little wrong. Close enough right there. Hit that one. That's the first one we came to. So a bounce in here would be fairly normalized. I wouldn't expect this trend line to hold in perpetuity, though. Again, same with crypto. You got to kind of see how it crosses it. Is it low volume? Does it get jumpy? Does it break through it in mass? But it's a very elevated trend line, and maybe this segment is over. We would like it to consolidate over the 200. If we can close over the 200-day moving average on the NQ, I think that would be really good. And then, like I said, form a low base here, form another base here, would be great. That'd be good going forward. But we're not going to rise straight up. We are going to do some oscillations. So hold on a sec. All right. All right, bouncing up a little bit here is nice. Yeah, the idea here is just to not sell off en masse, really. Keep it tight. All right, back again. Like I said, I have to pause a few times this morning. UBNT doing pretty good up here today. Maintaining some high levels. Could be a nice consolidation right there out of what's been a bad market. UBNT holding up very well. Let's go through our scans. Let's do a scan, guys. You guys love the scans. All right. Stocks up 3% by market cap. And we have AMOV. It's a NASDAQ stock. No idea what that is. 50 billion market cap. Over the counter. Over the counter. I'm looking right here, guys. If it says over the counter, OTC, over the counter, other, I'm not looking at it. Needs to be on the Amex, the NASDAQ, something like that. NYSE. What's that? MTD. Huh. Interesting kind of little pattern. 15 billion market cap company. All right, there's DBX, Dropbox, gapping up. 10 billion market cap company. Wow, that's a move. 10%. Looks like a lot more than 10%. Looks like it's just 10% though. There's UBNT again on the list. Looks like that one's slapping us in the face today many times. Is that Cree? Man, Cree is so disappointing. It had this huge run in 09. Tried to do it in 13. It's supposed to be like the maker of LEDs and the second coming of light. And just didn't do anything. Just did nothing. Very disappointing. All right, so NASDAQ here 1.2%. It's like we're maintaining down here. Hopefully we can bounce out of this. We'll have to wait and see though. It doesn't look like it's super interested in bouncing though. Not yet. It is a Friday. Markets will show their hands today and throughout the end of the day especially. So maybe kind of wait and see how those happen. Etsy was moving yesterday. What's Etsy up to today? So Etsy, look at there, 3 days. 3 really good days right there. Etsy looking good. Ulta right next to Etsy. Ulta with a huge move yesterday. Completely missed this until it was way up here. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to buy on the pop day. That's not going to happen. So, But also looking really good. You can see up here on the weekly, it's coming up towards all-time highs at 314 and change. Yeah, really good action right there. It's kind of eyeing a trade potentially over here to 350, but it's well beyond the buy point now, I believe. And about almost 5.75%. So I don't know about well beyond, but beyond enough for me, at least for right now. We'll see what it does here. SendGrid, after bouncing higher after earnings, pullback yesterday. Today looks like a potential bottoming day for it. We'll have to see. Charter 5 MED dropping lower. There's Cyber. Oh, it just dropped on me. Cyber yesterday after opening here and dropping pretty much all throughout the day. Keep in mind there's a huge gap though, so it did close up like still 9%. Today holding pretty tight up here, not selling off so far is pretty good. See if that continues. If the market's strong, Cyber will probably stay strong too. All right, what else was moving? Twitter. I got Twitter jumping around here. Where's Twitter? Twitter's right there. Okay, so eyeballing Twitter a little bit. I haven't placed a trade on this yet, but technically this is not a cup with handle due to the fact that there's no prior uptrend here, but this would be a potential double bottom base with a low here, a rise here, and a low here, and this would be your breakout point. So pausing just before the breakout point is pretty healthy. Volume looks really good here. You can see even though we're lower here, there's really no major selling. I mean, it's pretty good. You got a kind of a low level breakout here. Tons of pocket pivots right there. Obviously, that one looks like an early pocket pivot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this technically is a pocket pivot, stopping the day count, stopping just before this big red day here. That looks like another pocket pivot. So there's some pocket pivots in here. There's also some distribution in here as well. On the right side, it looks like general volume declining with price elevated is nice. I do like that. Excuse me. So break here, taking 20% into account. You're looking at a potential for about $43 potentially in Twitter right there on a break. So that's not too bad. When could that happen? When could that move to that level buy? Difficult to say. You never quite know how stocks are going to get to where they're going to go. Sometimes they take weeks. Sometimes they take months. But I think Twitter looking probably pretty primed for a move of some sort. And we'll say that even though there's high volume here, there's still a little bit of selling. All three of these bars have some upside wicks. So there's still a little bit of distribution. I think people are still not quite super sold on the social media story. Speaking of social media, what's Facebook doing? Not good things. Facebook not looking healthy there. Still stuck in a pretty well-defined downtrend. Never did. Looks like it bounced a little bit, but never broke any trends. You can see now there's more structure. It's just living below this 10-day. Or is that, no, that's the 50-day. Living below the 50-day, as a matter of fact. You got a big gap on the 50-day. Look at that on Facebook, from highs all the way down to there. Man, that's as brutal as it looks, isn't it? Then moving lower. So now it's even well under the 200-day. Yeah. Pretty bad on Facebook. Take a look at Netflix, which also has what appears to be a double bottom pattern. Gapping down today for some unknown reason. And then being supported by the 10-day so far. Looks like it crossed the 10-day there, was being supported so far, holding that support. I'm sure in time it'll cross it, but so far looking like a potential double bottom. This is your entry right there. That's kind of it on Netflix. What else do we got? Let's take a look at Google. Google putting in what looks like to be potential head and shoulders if it bounces up here again. Some of these are looking like that follow-through day we had will be negated at some point at this stage in the game. That's kind of what it's potentially looking like. I'm not calling for that, but you look at Google with a head and shoulders, Amazon with a doji candle here. I mean, it's a minor doji candle. It's nothing crazy. But you can see we're not, so far, we need to see that some consolidation over the next couple of weeks for another move higher. That would really kind of take us out of this. So a lot of charts are broken right now. It's going to take a while to really get them healthy again. Apple chart's a little broken here as well. So there's Apple there on the daily. Gapping down with a little fanfare, under average earnings here on this rise, so not sure how good that is. Nasdaq holding that 1.2%, guys. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Yeah, we're just kind of maintaining levels. Slow chat today. Guys aren't very chatty at all. Looks like everyone's kind of feeling the market malaise. Everyone's happy on the follow-through day. Everything's up, 8 to 12%. And then today, not so much. I don't blame you. Funko continuing its slide. Looks like no bounce there. XON, LOPE, MMNFF, still right down 9%. So, yeah. All right, guys. Seeing the power hour here in a little bit for crypto. Other than that, I'll see you guys on Monday. If you don't, I will put out a chat saying that you're not going to make it to the stocks thing on Monday. All right, guys. Have a good day.